Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Canal Algeria's Nightly News. On to the headlines. A warm popular welcome is reserved to the President of the Republic while paying a visit to Bashar province, denoting the people's attachment to the head of state. Several major projects are inaugurated in Bashar to the benefit of local development, likely to witness a considerable impetus in several sectors. Bilateral cooperation and promote investment in several vital sectors topped the visit of the Foreign Affairs Minister to Finland. Welcome back. We begin with tonight's top story, where the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, was on a work-in and inspection visit to Bashar province, during which he supervised on the inauguration and inspection of several development projects in many vital sectors. Upon arrival to the Boudaghed Ben Ali Lutfi Airport, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, accompanied by the Minister Delegate to the Minister of National Defense, the Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, Saïd Chengriha, was received by the commander of the 3rd Military Region and the Wali or Governor of Bashar province, in addition to the Minister of Interior, Local Collectivities and Territory Planning. After listening to the national anthem and hailing the emblem, the President of the Republic reviewed detachments of units of the People's National Army who paid him the honors. The President of the Republic then greeted the military authorities and the province's local authorities welcoming him into the province of Bashar. The head of state then saluted the PNA's jet fighters. The presidential airplane was escorted by fighter aircraft squadron of the PNA while heading to Bashar province. During his visit to Bashar, the President of the Republic was met with a heartfelt and patriotic welcome from citizens and local dignitaries. Residents gathered in large numbers, taking spontaneous photos and reaffirming their support for national unity and the President's vision for a strong, prosperous Algeria. Addressing the crowd, the President expressed gratitude for the warm reception and underscored the importance of the South, not just as Algeria's geopolitical backbone, but as a vital and dynamic part of its national identity.
نيابة عن السادة الأئمة ومشايخنا الزوايا وعيان المدينة وعن أخوي نتشرف هذا مفتاح المدينة إليك. خذوها بسلامنا منه، خذوها بسلامنا.
During his official visit to Bashar province, the head of state, Abdelmajid Tebboune, inaugurated a set of mega strategic projects and held a meeting with representatives of the civil society. Round up with Manal Maafa.
In a move that reflects the strategic vision to strengthen and expand the country's railway infrastructure, and while unlocking promising economic prospects for the far southwest, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, oversaw the completion and commissioning of a new 100 kilometers railway line connecting Bashar to Abadla. Upon his arrival at the railway station, President Tebboune was welcomed with a detailed technical presentation of this landmark project, which exemplifies the state's commitment to fostering integrated development in the extreme southwest region of Algeria. The president also reviewed a documentary highlighting the early phases of construction of this section, which forms part of a major railway project extending from Bashar to Tindouf and ultimately to the Garaj Bilet mining zone. Dubbed as the project of the century, this initiative is one of the most ambitious undertakings in Algeria's transport and mining sectors. It is progressing at a steady pace, driven by the expertise of Algerian professionals. President Tebboune then officially inaugurated the Bashar Abedla segment, a 100-kilometer line that is expected to boost local economy.
الحلم بدأ يتحقق، ولا واحد كان يظن أن يوم من الأيام يكون فيه قطار في العبادلة ومحطة قطار في العبادلة ولا حماقير ولا في إن شاء الله بالتوفيق.
In his keynote speech on the occasion, President Abdelmajid Tebboune hailed the work and efforts of executives that contributed in the achievement of this vital project, a project that will undoubtedly allow the mining of the Garaj Bilet site.
ولكن تكون عندنا طاقات ذاتية لإنجاز مثل هذه المشاريع تاع السكة الحديدية 1000 كيلومتر فما فوق. الحمد لله اليوم راني نشوف ما يخص السكة الحديدية فيه كذلك محاولة تصنيع القاطرات، محاولة تصنيع لي فاغون دو مينري في عنابة وفي غيرها. هذه خطوات اللي تخلي الجزائر إن شاء الله نشتغلوا من أجل إدخال الجزائر وإدماج الجزائر في عالم دول ناشئة.
President Tebboune then emphasized on the necessity to pursue the development process, and that via the extension of railway lines from the west to the east of the country, so that our generation would be able to accomplish its duties and continue the path of the one that has freed our country.
نتمنى متفقين منا من العبادلة نزيد نكمل حتى الأضرار، ومن أضرار إن شاء الله الباقي مختار، ومن الجانب الشرقي حتى طمراست، من المنيعة حتى طمراست. وبالتالي الجيل تاعنا يكون أدى ما عليه. بالنسبة لجيل الثورة هو حرر البلاد وإحنا نزيد نبنيها، واللي يجوا من بعدنا يزيدوا يكملوا إن شاء الله. شكرا للجميع ومبروك على الجزائر ومبروك على المنطقة.
President Abdelmajid Tebboune oversaw this Thursday the commissioning of the Gatarani 2 pumping station and the Bashar wastewater treatment plant. He attended 2 presentations detailing the construction phases of both facilities. The Bashar treatment plant, one of the largest in the region, spans 14 hectares and uses advanced treatment technologies that meet the international standards. This plant processes 55,000 cubic meters of wastewater daily, which is then sent to the Toumiyat industrial zone, 30 kilometers away, and that for agricultural and industrial use. Equipped with a physical analysis lab, the facility supports sustainable development and water conservation. The project also includes 26 wells, each 55 meters deep, supplying drinking water to Bashar, Abadla and Qnadsa, along with 3 pumping stations with 926 liters per second capacity and a 20,000 cubic meter reservoir. An entire project that was carried out by Algerian expertise. President Tebboune then hailed on the occasion the executives and workers involved in the completion of the groundwater transfer project from the Gatarani well field and the Bashar wastewater treatment plant. He described the achievement as a miracle and a major milestone that ensures water security for the entire region.
جزيل الشكر كل إطارات وزارة الري والإطارات المحلية وإطارات بصفة عامة اللي شاركت في مشروع تزويد بشار بالمياه الصالحة للشرب هو مشروع حقيقة ما بين المشاريع التي تعتبر معجزة بالنسبة للوقت الحالي بعد فقدان الأمل، بعد الجفاف القاسي اللي مس المنطقة وأدى إلى جفاف تام بالنسبة لسد جرف التربة. المنطقة أصبحت آمنة دروك. أعتقد أن استغلال الآبار هذه سيمتد إلى ما فوق 25 سنة تقريبا.
The President of the Republic stressed also on the strategic importance of using treated wastewater as a means to enhance resource efficiency. He underscored the need for smart solutions and sustainable alternatives to address environmental and development challenges effectively.
كاينة من مياه مستعملة، من المفروض نسترجع المياه المستعملة. أوروبا ما هيش محتاجة المياه مثلنا. عندهم مياه متوفرة ثلوج وأنهار وكذا، ولكن قطرة ماء مستعملة ما تضيع. وفي بعض الأحيان في بعض الدول بالأخص شمال أوروبا صبحوا يستعملوها حتى لأغراض صحية. لأن كان فيه مجهودات أخرى نديرها في بشار، في النعامة، في خنشلة، في كل المدن تاعنا. ماذا بينا نسترجع تدريجيا، يكون في برنامج باش على 10 سنوات إن شاء الله نكونوا استرجعنا أكثر من ثلثي تاع المياه اللي نستعملها.
The President of the Republic then laid the foundation stone for the iron concentrate and pellet production plant in the Tumiyat area of Bashar as part of the broader development of the Garajbilat iron mine. And as part of efforts to boost sports infrastructure in Bashar province, President Abdelmajid Tebboune launched the new sports complex project. The facility will include a covered stadium, a semi-Olympic pool, and athletics track with a total capacity of 25,000 seats. Covering 830 square meters, it will also feature restaurants, locker rooms, security zones, medical and conferences rooms, and a management office. The complex will also be equipped with a modern fire detection and protection system. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, then wound up his visit with a meeting held with representatives of civil society. With great sentiments of gratitude and confidence, the citizens of Bashar warmly welcomed the President of the Republic, classifying his visit as a strong sign of commitment and loyalty towards them.
The Bashar Abedla railway line is complete thanks to Algerian expertise and national companies. This new infrastructure will revitalize the region, create jobs in east traffic on National Road number 6 while supporting the growing mining sector in southern Algeria. Abdel Noor Hamel and Melissa Lila Balaman.
The Bashar Abedla railway line is now completed thanks to the efforts of Algerian experts and national companies. This project will revitalize the region, create jobs and ease congestion on National Road number 6 by reducing heavy truck traffic.
The Abedla Bashar station will shorten long journeys. This infrastructure is a great gain for the country and its travelers. We have waited a long time for this railway and our wish has been granted. People in Abedla are happy. This new infrastructure will create many jobs.
a modern facility built in line with international standards that will help boost the local and national economy.
This is a great initiative and a source of pride for the country. We, the citizens of Abadla, have suffered during our travels.
تم إنجاز المقطع الأول من بشار إلى دائرة عبادلة على مسافة 100.
The first phase of the project, covering 100 kilometers from Bashar to Abadla, has also included the construction of a modern station in Abadla that will serve travelers from Bni Abbas to Oran.
مدينة بني عباس المتوجهون إلى ولاية وهران أيضا سيستفيدون من هذا الصرح الضخم.
This project is another step in the modernization of Algeria's railway sector, which is expanding across the country, especially in the high plateaus and southern regions, to support the booming mining sector.
A new steel complex will be built in Bashar province to locally process iron ore from Garaj Bilet. The strategic project aims to boost the economy, create new jobs, and attract investment in the country's southwest. Yasmin Masoudi and Mila Salila Balaman.
The ore extracted from Garaj Bilat will no longer be exported in raw form. Part of it will now be processed in Toumiyat, Bashar province, where a new steel plant will be built. 4 factories will be set up to treat the ore and prepare it for steel production.
This complex will produce 10 million tons of raw materials used in steel manufacturing, aimed at meeting domestic needs and international demand. The goal is to reach 10 million tons of total output by 2032.
This project reflects the state's drive to diversify the economy by investing in strategic sectors like iron and steel, beyond hydrocarbons. These industries are key levers for real economic development, both locally and nationally.
This project will first launch the region's economy and also boost other sectors such as commerce. It will attract investments that will benefit the entire southwest.
It is also expected to create jobs for young graduates, trainees, and offer new opportunities for economic operators.
This can only benefit us. It will save us long trips and motivate us to work more. This complex will create job opportunities for students in this specialty. Long left aside, the South is seeing a new momentum since the president's arrival with the launch of several major projects.
The project embodies the state's ambition to turn southern Algeria into a true driver of economic development.
The local development in Bashar, notably the higher education sector, was considerably boosted by medicine faculty, which allowed local students to follow their studies in the region, offering them the state of equipment and laboratories. The aim of this clear-sighted vision is for local doctors to develop medical care for the southern region. The Bashar province witnessed another major achievement relating to water resources. The region, which suffered in the past from water shortages, has secured availability of water thanks to Al Gatarani 2 project, now providing the city residents with drinking water on a daily basis. The project was achieved by local competences and the cutting-edge technologies to meet the increasing demands for this vital substance. Coming up next in our news edition. Huge demonstrations are held in Brussels to denounce the Moroccan exactions and release the Sahrawi detainees. Welcome back. First off, the Minister of State of Foreign Affairs, the National Community Abroad and African Affairs, Ahmed Attaf, was received today in Helsinki by the President of the Republic of Finland, Alexander Stubb, in the framework of his official visit to this brotherly country. Ahmed Attaf conveyed to President Alexander Stubb the greetings of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, informing him of the President's desire to continue to work concretely to develop relations of friendship and cooperation between both countries. The meeting was also an opportunity to review the means to concretize the shared willingness of both countries to promote political dialogue and reinforce bilateral economic partnership. Additionally, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the National Community Abroad and African Affairs, held in Helsinki face-to-face talks with the Finnish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Elina Valtonen, followed by an expanded working session to members of the delegations of both countries. This was also an occasion to review the friendship and cooperation relations binding Algeria and Finland and to examine means to promote it in light of the quality of the political dialogue between both countries and the success of the joint investment experiences concretized by a set of economic operations. Ahmed Attaf also held talks with the Foreign Trade and Development Minister Ville Tavio in the framework of his official visit to the Republic of Finland. This meeting provided an opportunity to conduct a comprehensive assessment of the various areas of economic cooperation between the two countries, particularly welcoming the encouraging results of joint investment projects in the industrial sector, characterized by technology sharing and an increase in the integration rate. Protesters gathered in front of the European Parliament in Brussels, demanding the release of political prisoners held in Moroccan jails. They urged European institutions to act against arbitrary arrests and inhumane conditions, supporting the Sahrawi people's commitment to their rights and freedom. Elisa Lila Balaman and Rina Lirari with the full story.
In front of the European Parliament in Brussels, dozens of Sahrawi protesters gathered to demand the immediate release of Sahrawi political prisoners held in Moroccan jails. This peaceful rally aims to call the European institutions' attention to the arbitrary arrests and harsh conditions of detention of the Sahrawi prisoners. Today we are united to defend the rights of the oppressed Sahrawi people. We call on political leaders to apply real pressure on the Makhzen regime to end its crimes against the Sahrawi people. Our message is clear. We demand the immediate release of Sahrawi detainees imprisoned for years in Moroccan jails. We urge the European Parliament to enforce its own laws, fulfill its commitments, and pressure Morocco to end its human rights violations. We are all mobilized to support the Sahrawi political prisoners held in Morocco and denounce their arbitrary detention and inhumane conditions. We will not stop our fight until they are freed. The rally also witnessed the participation of activists and human rights defenders from different countries expressing solidarity with the Sahrawi people's struggle for freedom and self-determination. We are here because, first and foremost, you have your inalienable right to self-determination, the right of a people to decide their own future. Your voice, the voice of those who have paid with their lives, who have suffered imprisonment, who have become refugees instead of being able to live in their homeland. This voice must be heard here, in front of the European Parliament.
Il faut que cette voix soit entendue là-bas.
We condemn the silence around the Sahrawi prisoner situation and call on the Spanish government to intervene to ensure their fundamental rights, especially Mohamed Amin Hadi and Abdullah Abahah, who are seriously ill and denied medical care. We are here to amplify their voices and act against this injustice. Facing a Makhzen regime deaf to human rights calls, the Sahrawi people's voice remains unwavering, demanding their fundamental rights and freedom.
Protests erupted in Morocco against the Makhzen regime who betrayed the Palestinian cause. The outrage followed the docking of a ship in Tangier carrying weapons for the Zionist entity, which received full logistical support and no official condemnation. Chants like the Makhzen is with the entity, the ship is proof, reflected public anger over what many see as not just normalization but direct complicity with the Zionist war crimes in Gaza. In its keenness to enhance operational readiness in the face of environmental threats, the Naval Forces Command of the Eastern Seaboards and Skikda in the 5th Military Region organized a demonstration exercise yesterday entitled Assisting a Ship in Distress in Combating Marine Pollution. The exercise was supervised by Major General, Commander of the Eastern Seaboard, in the presence of the Governor of Skikda and representatives of the various concerned departments. Foreign observers also participated in this exercise as part of the implementation implementation of bilateral and multilateral military cooperation programs for the year 2025. The scenario of the exercise revolved around the collision between a fuel tanker and a merchant vessel that had lost the ability to maneuver, resulting in a significant fuel spill in the sea, following which the local and then regional Tel Bahar plan was activated, mobilizing unnecessary resources, including a reconnaissance aircraft, a search and rescue helicopter, deep-sea tugboat. Rescue boats and Coast Guard units, along with the resources of various relevant ministerial departments. These joint efforts enable the evacuation of the injured, the extinguishing of fires, and the containment of the pollution spot using floating barriers. A navigational investigation was then launched by Coast Guard personnel at the Skikda main naval station. This type of exercise remains a key component of the Naval Forces strategy, aimed at protecting the national maritime domain and the marine environment based on a comprehensive approach that integrates operational preparedness, international commitments, and coordination with the different national operators. And with that, we end tonight's bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your weekend.